Hello, friends, and welcome back to A House Upon the Rock Forging an Unshakable Marriage. My name is Wayne Hudson, and for the past 24 years, I've had the great privilege of serving as a biblical counselor at the Home of Grace in Van Cleve, Mississippi. This podcast is a part of that ministry, an opportunity to explore the blueprints God gave us in His Word to build marriages, families, and lives that are truly unshakable. I'm honored that you've chosen to spend this time with me. Today, I want to start by asking you a tough question. If couples worked at their job like they work at their marriages, would they get fired? It's an interesting thing to consider, isn't it? You see, it always amazes me how so many people get married thinking that great marriages somehow just happen all on their own. They're like young couples caught in a rosy fog of optimism, more concerned with the wedding arrangements and the honeymoon than with being properly prepared for marriage itself. To me, that makes about as much sense as putting all the parts needed to build a car into a garage and expecting it to assemble itself. It takes education, skill, work, and patience to build an automobile, and it takes those same components to build a successful marriage. Imagine driving your car for 3 years without ever checking or changing the oil. Would you be shocked and surprised when the engine blows up one day? Of course not. The better you maintain your car, the longer it will last and the better it will operate. So why would we think our marriages are any different? Today, we're going to talk about marriage done right. We're going to look at 5 key principles, the 5 to thrive, that can help you not just survive, but build a truly great marriage. These are based on a book by Dr. Scott Haltzman, but I've applied some scriptural principles to back them up. Number 1, make marriage your job. The premise here is simple. We all have skills and habits we've developed at work that can be successfully applied to our marriage. Every job has a job description, right? Well, here's a job description for both husband and wife. Love, honor, and respect your spouse. Be sexually and emotionally faithful. Listen without becoming judgmental. Support their ambitions. Try to understand how they're different emotionally. Be honest and keep your promises. Share in child care and domestic work, and be as attentive, fun-loving, and adoring as you were during courtship. And by the way, you should treat marriage like a real job, just not a part-time job. The scripture tells us in Colossians, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for men. It is the Lord Christ you are serving. Why would that not apply to working at your marriage? When you work on your marriage, you are serving the Lord Christ Himself. Number 2, know your wife or husband. The premise here is that you think you know your spouse, but you probably haven't really been paying attention. Someone once said there are 2 times couples don't really understand each other, before marriage and after marriage. Dr. Haltzman urges men to do what men typically do. Collect data. Observe your wife in mundane situations where she reveals who she really is. At the kids' ball games, when she's with her best friend, at a coffee shop. And ladies, the same principle applies to you. It takes an equal commitment for both husband and wife to become educated about each other. Remember, different isn't usually wrong. It's just different. As 1 Peter 3 says, live in harmony with one another. Be sympathetic. Be compassionate and humble. Number 3, expect conflict. Deal with it. Fights, disagreements, arguments. They are inevitable, but you can control them. There's a story about a man who had treated his wife badly while she was alive, but now he missed her terribly after she passed away. He went to a psychic to try to contact her. He heard her voice and asked, "Honey, are you happy?" "Yes, my husband." "Happier than you were with me?" "Yes, my husband." He said, "Then heaven must be an amazing place." And she replied, "I'm not in heaven, dear." Conflict doesn't have to end in disaster. Dr. Haltzman says you can stop mounting tensions not by doing what comes naturally, which is to dig in and fight to the death, but by using simple techniques. Soften your tone. A soft answer turns away wrath. Diffuse the tension. Agree to disagree. My wife Kathy's devotion said it best. When conflict is about to get out of hand, you need to retreat, reflect, and receive what the Lord wants to tell you. In other words, pray. As James 1 says, everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Number 4, learn to listen. Now buckle up because this one is pretty radical. The premise is this: listening does not come naturally to the male species. We're much more inclined to act, but listening can be learned. Men, here's how. Stand still while she talks. Turn off the TV. Look directly at her. Use verbal nods to show you're listening. If you don't understand something, seek clarification. If not, just let her talk. Proverbs 1:5 says, "Let the wise listen and add to their learning." If men would just implement this one verse, it would probably solve 75% of marital difficulties. Number 5, aim to please. In the workplace, men and women are often masters of relationship building. The premise is simple. Bring this skill home and apply it. Treat your spouse at least as well as you would a valuable client or coworker. Greet them warmly, ask how they are, see what they need and how you can help. Do thoughtful favors, anticipate their desires, and offer gifts as appropriate. As 1 John 3:18 says, "Let us not love with words or tongue, but with actions and in truth." Now, these principles aren't the end-all for building a great marriage, but they are a fantastic start. As Dr. Haltzman says, view marriage as your most important task. Pursue success as you would anything else that matters. This idea of pursuing success, of committing to the hard work of building something great, it's the very foundation of what we do at the Home of Grace. Men and women come to us with their lives completely broken. They've often given up on themselves and their relationships. But through the power and peace of Jesus Christ, they learn to stop taking the easy way out. They learn to put in the work, the spiritual, emotional, and mental work to rebuild their lives. It's a powerful transformation. If you or someone you know needs that kind of hope, I urge you to visit us at homeofgrace.org. Over the years, I've studied great marriages, and I've discovered several common denominators. First, in great marriages, the couple respects each other. Love has been misdefined in so many ways, but very simply put, love is two things: commitment and respect. If respect is lacking, commitment will also be lacking. Second, they enjoy each other's company, so much so that they actually spend their leisure time together. Your marital partner is your other half, and there should be a longing to be with each other. And finally, for Christian couples, they are linked together by their connection to God and their walk of faith. He is the great common denominator in great Christian marriages. So in closing, I want to repeat what was said earlier. For Christians, their primary reason for marrying should be to honor and glorify God through their marriage. Just think about that. How are you doing with that? You've been listening to A House Upon the Rock. Join me next time as we continue to discover how to build a marriage that lasts. Until then, God bless you.